There is light trapped inside you right now, and it's quietly draining your presence without you even noticing. You wake up feeling tired, with a weight in the center of your chest you can't quite explain. Your breath feels shallow, like it can't go past your breastbone. This silent loss isn't emotional weakness or clinical depression. It's the result of a misalignment between the thymus and the hidden code of the 22 lines of light of the diamond body, the forgotten vibrational architecture that organizes your vitality. In just a few minutes, you will feel your chest open, your breath deepen, and your presence return, all through the thymus ritual. A somatic gesture that reactivates the central point of this code. Closing this video now means missing out on rare knowledge that puts a name to sensations you've carried in your body for years without being able to explain. You will keep compensating, trying to function without the axis that holds your inner energy, always living one step behind your own body. What keeps this light locked away is a measurable, reversible block that can be accessed through your own hands. The full mechanism of how this misalignment happens, and the exact path to release that trapped light, starts now. The thymus is not just a forgotten gland in the middle of your chest. It is the convergence point where immunity, emotion, and somatic presence meet. When this center loses coherence, whether due to inherited trauma, ancestral shame, or chronic states of threat, the 22 lines of light of the diamond body become disorganized, and you shift into constant compensation. The breastbone pulls in, your breath gets stuck in the upper chest, the fascia stiffens, and you begin to live as if you are always trying to catch up with your own body. These 22 lines of light are the vibrational architecture that organizes the vitality and inner direction of your being. The thymus acts as the central knot of this network, the point where life force converges before radiating through the rest of the body. When you reactivate this center through the thymus ritual, the trapped light begins to flow again in a measurable way. The chest opens. Your breath naturally moves down to the abdomen. Warmth returns to the sternum, and your sense of presence starts to reorganize from the inside out. In the mystery schools of ancient Egypt, the body was seen as an electro-vibrational temple, crossed by main lines of light, channels through which life force flowed between centers of power. These lines were not mystical abstractions, but direct perceptions from trained practitioners in expanded states of consciousness. The thymus held the central point of this matrix, known as the chamber where the inner flame is either lit or extinguished, depending on how aligned a person is with their path. Modern neuroscience has shown that the thymus secretes peptides that directly influence the autonomic nervous system, affecting both stress response and the body's ability to tell safety from threat. Stephen Porges demonstrated that this center responds to the polyvagal state. Candace Pert explained how unprocessed emotions crystallize in the connective tissue, and Gerald Pollack revealed that the water in our body organizes into crystalline structures capable of storing vibrational information. What we call ancient knowledge was not vague mysticism. It was a precise reading of an architecture that science now describes, with terms like piezoelectric fascia and neurophysiological coherence. Reactivating the thymus is not an abstract technique. It is a gesture you can physically feel in seconds. Locate the exact point now. The thymus is behind the sternum, 2 fingers above the spot where the ribs meet in the center of your chest. Press gently with your fingertips, holding steady but soft contact for a full 30 seconds. You are not massaging the tissue. You are anchoring your attention in a spot your nervous system forgot to recognize. It's like turning on the light in a room that has been dark for years. Notice what happens as you hold the touch. The temperature in the area may shift, warming slightly, or pulsing in a subtle way. Some people feel a faint vibration, like an inner tremble that's not visible, but clearly sensed. Your breathing may start to slow down on its own, effortlessly. This is the vagus nerve responding to the contact, signaling to the body that it is safe to release the chronic alert state you've been carrying without knowing. The thymus is being recognized again, not as a dormant gland lost in the chest, but as an active center. This point was never meant to be inactive. It is the gateway where the hidden code of the diamond body anchors into the physical plane. When you touch the thymus with conscious intent, you are sending a direct signal to the nervous system. This center is alive again. Reorganization begins immediately, even if you can't yet perceive all the changes happening within your tissues. This simple touch already begins the reorganization, but now you're going to amplify its effect. Keep your hand on the thymus and introduce the vertical breath. This isn't regular breathing, it's a direct command for reorganization of your inner axis. As you inhale, imagine the air not just filling your lungs, but flowing down like a thread of light from the top of your head, passing through the point where your hand is resting, and continuing down to your abdomen. Count silently. Inhale for 4 counts, hold for 2, and exhale for 6. Repeat 5 full cycles. Don't rush it, and don't force it. Let the breath find its own rhythm while you keep the count. This breath directs your attention along the central axis of your body, reactivating the 22 lines of light that make up the hidden code of the diamond body. You're not making up these lines. They've always been there, organizing your vitality and clarity. You're simply restoring the coherence that was lost when the thymus collapsed. In Hermetic traditions, this practice was known as breathing along the axis of Ra, the vertical path of light that flows from top to bottom through the body. When you breathe this way, you're retracing the vibrational map that organizes vitality, clarity, and presence. The thymus functions as the central station where these lines converge before radiating throughout the body. Each inhale strengthens the pathway, and each exhale releases the tension that once blocked its flow. Pay close attention to the sensations that arise as you breathe. A warmth flowing down the sternum, like a soft current moving through the center of your chest. The solar plexus begins to soften, letting go of tension you didn't even realize you were holding. The diaphragm releases, allowing your breath to reach areas that may have been blocked for months or even years. There's a sense of inner space expanding, as if your chest were gently unfolding from the inside out. These changes are not in your imagination. They're signs that your nervous system is shifting out of survival mode. If an old emotional blockage is stored in your chest, you might suddenly feel the urge to sigh deeply or yawn. Don't hold it back. That's fascial release taking place, your body letting go of the memories stored in the connective tissue. The fascia holds everything: ancestral shame, chronic fear, traumas that were never fully processed. When the vertical breath activates the thymus, these memories begin to dissolve. Slow, controlled breathing activates the parasympathetic system, telling your body it's safe to release the chronic tension that kept the thymus shut down. The 22 lines of light begin to reorganize, recovering the coherence lost through years of compensation. You're not creating something new. You're restoring the original pattern that has always been encoded in your body. The hidden code of the diamond body doesn't need to be invented. It only needs to be reactivated through the right gesture. Once the vertical breath is established, introduce the micro-expansion of the sternum. During your next inhale, allow your chest to open, but don't push your shoulders back. The expansion comes from within, as if the thymus were gently inflating and pressing the sternum forward. It's not a big or visible movement. It's a micro-expansion that can only be felt from the inside. It's your body remembering how it feels to take up space with legitimacy, without defensive retraction. The sternum is the physical anchor of the vertical axis. When it opens, the entire torso reorganizes in response. The thoracic fascia releases, the diaphragm lowers naturally, and the breath expands effortlessly. This simple gesture undoes years of defensive posture stored in the body. You're not just opening your chest, you're giving the hidden code of the diamond body the direction it lost when the thymus collapsed. Your inner axis, once again, has a clear reference, an active point of convergence that sustains your presence. Notice the moment of release. When the trapped light starts to move, there's a clear sense of internal flow, like a warmth radiating from the center of your chest into your arms, your throat, your abdomen. Some people feel a light tingling spreading through the torso. Others notice the pressure that once weighed down the chest slowly dissolving. This isn't a vague mystical experience. It's a measurable somatic reorganization. Your body is responding to the vibrational alignment you just created with your own hands. When the thymus begins to pulse in coherence again, the 22 lines of light realign simultaneously. The hidden code that was once disorganized returns to its original configuration, restoring the flow of vitality that keeps your presence active. You are not forcing anything. You are simply removing the interference that was preventing your body from functioning the way it was designed to. The light that was trapped now has a clear path to circulate, reorganizing your breath, posture, mental clarity, and the sense of truly being present inside your own body. Presence does not return through mental effort or abstract visualization. It returns when the body reconnects with the point of coherence that holds the entire system together. The thymus is not just a forgotten immune gland. It is the convergence portal where the hidden code of the diamond body anchors into the physical plane. When this portal becomes active again, everything changes. Your breath deepens, your sternum opens, your voice finds its natural volume, and your gaze regains the focus it lost long ago. You stop living one step behind your own body. This simple practice holds a power that can transform your entire path. 3 minutes in the morning are enough to keep the thymus active and the 22 lines of light aligned in coherence. What once felt like incurable chronic fatigue was actually a vibrational misalignment with a direct solution. The thymus ritual is not a complementary therapy. It is the restoration of the axis that keeps your body coherent, alive, and fully present in its own movement. When you feel the trapped light begin to move, you understand that your presence was never lost. It was simply waiting for the right gesture to shine again. The hidden code of the diamond body didn't disappear. It only lost the coherence that kept it active. And this practice you just learned gives your body back what it has always known how to do: pulse in coherence, radiate vitality, and keep the inner light shining effortlessly and without compensation. Eleanor's voice would fade in the middle of her sentences. Not from hoarseness or vocal cord issues. The volume simply vanished, as if her chest didn't have the strength to carry the sound to the end. A 44-year-old writer, she spent full days working from home, but felt as if she was always one step behind her own body. Her breath stayed stuck in the upper chest, her sternum retracted, and there was a weight in the center of her chest that no doctor could explain. Therapy, meditation, acupuncture, nothing reached the exact spot where her presence felt stuck. The turning point came in a bookstore specializing in somatic health. Eleanor was flipping through books without looking for anything specific when she found Accessing the Healing Power of the Vagus Nerve by Stanley Rosenberg. The chapter on the thymus caught her attention. It described the point as a center of convergence between the nervous system and bodily presence. She read about touching the sternum to activate the vagus nerve, and something resonated, not in her mind, but in her chest. That night, she located her thymus and gently applied pressure. Warmth came within seconds. In the days that followed, Eleanor integrated vertical breathing into the ritual. Inhale for 4 counts, hold for 2, exhale for 6. She felt like an internal axis was being reorganized, as if her body were remembering a posture it had forgotten long ago. When she added the micro-expansion of the sternum, something released, not dramatically, but clearly and measurably. The weight she had carried in her chest for years began to dissolve. She couldn't quite name what had changed, but she felt the difference in every breath that now flowed effortlessly downward. In the weeks that followed, the transformation became visible. Eleanor's voice found its natural volume. Without effort, each sentence carried through to the end with the same strength as the beginning. In conversations, she noticed she was truly present, not just replying on autopilot. Close friends commented that something had shifted, that she seemed more there, even though they couldn't quite explain what it was. It wasn't a change in personality or mood. It was a return to her axis, to the point of convergence that keeps the inner light shining. The practice became a daily ritual. 2 minutes each morning, before opening her laptop, Eleanor would touch her thymus, complete 5 cycles of vertical breathing, and allow her sternum to expand. The hidden code of the diamond body began to pulse in coherence again. The 22 lines of light reorganized, and her presence remained active throughout the day. What she had been searching for over the years wasn't an external therapy, it was in the gesture that reignited the central portal of her own body. Now locate the physical marker that proves your thymus has returned to coherence. The breath flowing naturally down to your abdomen, warmth in the center of the chest. The sternum less retracted. These are the somatic signs that the hidden code of the diamond body is active once again. Anytime you notice your presence starting to fragment, bring your hand to your thymus. Do 1 cycle of vertical breathing. Inhale for 4, hold for 2, exhale for 6, and allow your sternum to expand. 30 seconds is enough to return to your axis. Create your personal anchor point, a short internal phrase, a deep breath, a posture that grounds this new state. It could be, the light is active plus an inhale that flows down to the abdomen plus the sternum opening from within. This isn't an abstract affirmation, it's a somatic command that reactivates the coherence of the diamond body. Your body recognizes the pattern and reorganizes immediately. This gesture is not about emotional strength, it's a physical seal. You are marking into the tissue, the fascia, the nervous system. This is the real state, the original pattern I can always return to. What you've just learned is not an isolated technique. It's the recovery of wisdom that unites modern science with forgotten hermetic knowledge. You didn't lose your presence because of weakness or emotional failure. You simply forgot how to access the point that sustains it. The thymus is not just an immune gland hidden in the center of the chest. It is the convergence portal where the physical body and the vibrational field meet. When this portal collapses, you live in chronic compensation, trying to function without the axis that organizes your vitality. But when it reactivates, you return to living in your body with legitimacy, effortlessly and fully, without fragmentation. The 22 lines of light of the diamond body are not a hermetic abstraction. They are a real vibrational architecture that organizes clarity, vitality, and your inner sense of direction. This network of light has always been there, waiting for the gesture that would bring it back to life. The philosopher and mystic Manly P. Hall once wrote, "The body is not the prison of the soul, but the temple where it learns to move as light." That sentence carries the truth this video reveals. Your body is not an obstacle, it is the sacred instrument through which your presence manifests. There is light trapped inside you, waiting for the gesture that will set it free, and now, you know exactly what that gesture is. Touch the thymus, breathe along the vertical axis, and expand the sternum from the inside out. 3 simple movements that restore vibrational coherence and bring you back to the experience of being fully present. It's not magic, it's not luck, it's vibrational anatomy, it's applied neuroscience. It's the return to the original pattern your body never truly forgot. It simply lost the reference for how to access it. The light that pulses at the center of your chest is not something you created. It is the divine spark God placed in the core of your being, so you would remember who you truly are. When the thymus returns to coherence, you are not just regulating your nervous system or releasing fascial tension. You are reigniting the sacred flame that organizes your existence. You are returning the light to the temple of your body, where it has always belonged. And this light, once free, changes everything. Your breath, your posture, your clarity, your presence, and your entire path. Your light was never lost. It was simply waiting for your hands to remember where it lives. Now you know. The hidden code of the diamond body is active. The 22 lines of light are pulsing in coherence once more. And the presence you've been searching for outside yourself for years was always just 2 fingers away from the center of your chest, waiting for the conscious touch that would release it from the dark. If this video resonated with you, leave a like, subscribe to the channel, and turn on notifications so you don't miss any content that rekindles forgotten wisdom. If you want to directly support Transcend's mission and help bring this knowledge to others who need to release the light trapped in their chest, consider becoming a channel member. Your contribution keeps the flame of this portal alive. I want to know, how do you feel the hidden code of the diamond body pulsing within you? Share in the comments. I reignite the light trapped in my chest and activate the 22 lines of light of my presence. This affirmation seals your journey on the path of embodied awareness. Share this video with someone you know who carries invisible weight in their chest and needs to. Remember that there is light waiting to be released. And don't stop here. Click on the screen and dive into another transformative video on this channel. Each revelation you access expands the knowledge portal that transforms the temple of your being. Remember, when the thymus returns to coherence and the 22 lines of light realign in the diamond body, you are not just healing, you are reigniting the presence that has always been yours.